from Huntington Bank Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Kodiaks and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Golden Gophers kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. It'll be the Kodiaks offense will have the ball first. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Frazier. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Running inside. It's Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Golden Gophers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And it'll be Drake Lindsey leading the attack. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. Taylor has it. Creates a little room. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Finds his man. It's Tracy. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Tracy. Touchdown, Minnesota! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Handoff for Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Hard in the backfield. It's Frazier. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Powers. Here's a hit. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And it's the Kodiaks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll operate out of split backs. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Puts it out of the air. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. At the 30, the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Frazier. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that point.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Right back to the well. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Rides to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They come to the line 3 yards away from the 1st down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st down.
The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To the air, it's Powers. Snags it over the middle. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Kodiaks will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
With the catch, it's Thompson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
Looking deep down the right side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll give it to him again. There's a crease. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back, making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Kodiaks offense heads out to open this possession. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Powers. Rushes on him. And they got him. The Gophers will take their first time out. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A little release to the back. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And it's the Kodiaks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Minneapolis. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Golden Gophers head coach at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this run running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To throw, it's Lindsey. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Kodiak send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Lindsey. He's got him. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. 1st down here for the offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. The short hands, it's Helms. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He'll try it again. He now has 91 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Plenty of options here, run or pass on third down right around midfield. They'll run play action. Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw.
Finding some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick with the physical ground game late in the game. That's how you finish opponents off.
Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. He's got it on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Frazier. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And it's the Kodiaks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hands it off on the counter. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Turner. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. They've gotten off to a great start with a season-opening victory. Let's take a look at what's on the schedule for next week. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Looking downfield, it's Holloway. Finds his tight end. Makes the catch, and he's free. Past the 50, the 40. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Willis. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Going to the run, it's Vance. There's some headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Kodiaks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
Start this drive, the offense looks ready to roll. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go right back to the run. Oh, he got loose. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Give him 88 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Making side adjustments here. They want that clock to run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Golden Gophers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the fourth quarter. Now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They give it to the freshman. First carry of his career. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Running inside. It's Ford. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Kodiak's offense heads out to open this possession. At At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much. But keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.